Everybody, this is Chris on UNEDUCATED Network, and this is UNEDUCATED Hero Talk. Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to give you the rundown, a little recap of all the DC shows on CW. And man, they've been getting real good. We're going to start off with Monday. Supergirl, man. Supergirl's been getting real good. It has me real excited about it. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 just because of what's going to be going on. And you can see what's going on this season. And, man, it used to be Flash and Arrow used to be up there as my top two, but for this week, at least Supergirl took at least the number one or number two spot. So just the thing that the season, what it has going on for the season, I know it's gonna be real good. Samantha, you find out the character Samantha, the one that had the vision of Kara's mom, and turned into a little, pale face, little monster looking thing. That's actually I found out who she's gonna be, Samantha. She's actually gonna be the villain of Rain, and Rain's basically like a female version of Doomsday, if you want to think about it like that. She actually is like a War Destroyer. She's in a group called the War Destroyer. So you know that she's gonna be a powerful villain, and she's actually gonna be going up against Supergirl. What's interesting about that is with the first couple episodes, when you learn a little more about her, she's a mother. She wants to do the right thing, raising her daughter, and like that. She's really likable. She's a likable character. She was in another show that I liked a lot too. She was in Banshee, so I know, she has the likability there. So just going from how they're gonna take her character from her to be a total opposite for her to be evil, going against Kara. We know in the comic books that she has battled with Supergirls multiple times, and she actually wanted her to join the War of Destroyers. The group. So that doesn't work as good. Supergirl ain't gonna do that. So I wonder how they're gonna tie this in, how to make it different. You can see that her origin story is different in the show, because remember last season, season two, they had another spaceship that was coming towards Earth. I can almost guarantee you that it's gonna be her. That she was sitting here from a baby, same thing like Supergirl and Superman, but she lost her memory, but she's slowly getting it back. That's why I think she's having the visions of Supergirl's mom, of Kara's mom, just because that her dad is a scientist. Her dad actually created these kind of breeds, like Doomsday and stuff like that. So I have a feeling that's why she's getting the memories of Cora's mom. Somehow they linked it with them because their dad was a scientist, so her dad is actually one that had a hand in actually creating her. This is what I'm thinking. This is my theory. So it's getting real good in that aspect. They had a chain of robberies, and they had the villain that was actually doing the robberies. She's psychic. Her power is, she's a psychic ability. She has psychic abilities, but she can project your fears on you. So Kara Fair, she kept on seeing that her leaving off of Krypton and her just being in the spaceship, all by herself and stuff like that, and just being in the fear like that. So she thought that was ultimately her fear, just being sent off in Krypton and just being lost in space. But in reality, it wasn't that. It was a fear of it was Monel that was lost in space, and then end up seeing she has a little flashback, or not really flashback, but a vision of the spaceship going in fire and just being destroyed, and she believes Monel is dead. And this is in their battle, but she finally breaks out and realizes, hey, Monel is alive. This is just it's a little thing that she's trying to put on me. So her power is not working, having an effect on Supergirl because she's beating it. She's overcoming her fear. Uh, but like I said, what I'm really interested about seeing is you find out that, like I said, Samantha is Rain. Now, doing all this, where Samantha, she's having a little argument with her daughter because her daughter knows that, hey, you have powers. How did you lift that up above me? And her mom said, Samantha said, hey, I only got that because the adrenaline of me trying to save you, it gave me the power to uplift and to save you. And her daughter wasn't buying that. She said, hey, I know, Mom, you need to be a hero. You need to be a hero. So she runs off and leaves. Now, she's why Supergirl is fighting site. They have a whole little, what you call it, the ball and the chain, a little work, where you tear down buildings and shit. I forget what it's called. The big ball and chain thing. But it's going through and it's knocking down the building and stuff like that. So her daughter goes out. And I'm not understanding why Samantha's daughter goes out. Now, I was saying the whole time, like, she wants to get in. She's trying to put herself in the middle, see if her mom will try to save her. So she texts her mom, hey, Mom, come down here. So I need help, something like that. I forget what the text said. So she gets down there. The ball goes up, and the ball's about to come down and smack right into her. So Samantha put her arms up, but before anything can even hit it to her, Supergirl gets there and then saves them. So this is her second time actually being there and helping them. So I'm not understanding why, what's gonna make her Samantha, aka Rain, so angry against Supergirl, want to go against her. Um, but so she saves her like that. You find she ends up, like I said, overcoming her fear, taking out Psych down. You end up finding out that like I said, you end up finding out that now Samantha is gonna be the new CEO of L Corp, aka Lex Corp. So you find out this is where they're gonna try to bridge them. Now you have going in dealing with the Martian Manhunter. He's getting a vision, not a vision, but a psychic read from forgot her name, but from his love interest, the other Martian, the White Martian, and she's telling me you need to come back to Mars. So now I'm excited to see why he has to go back to Mars. But if you can see in the preview for next week, you realize he's going back to actually see his son. So his son is still alive. So I'm interested in seeing if it's really his son, is it a trap, is it not or not. Now we're gonna go into Legends of Tomorrow. Legends of Tomorrow. Um, Now I can see a little bit where they're answering some questions. I'm not really too much. I'm still into Legends of Tomorrow, but I'll put that as the last behind my list. If I had to get rid of one of the shows on CW, it would be Legends of Tomorrow. But I still like it. This episode they had a little time wrinkle and they had to go back and find out what was the premonition. What was the aberration, and they find out that it's actually a saber-toothed tiger that they had in a circus. So they end up getting the saber-toothed tiger. Ray goes there instead of actually he's sick or something like that. So instead of shrinking it, he sneezes and he actually makes it bigger. So I have to track down the saber-toothed tiger. Best person to do that is actually actually the girl from the past. And I forgot her name. I'm not gonna go back because we're gonna run through that. Vixen. That's her name. Vixen. So they try to go back. Well, the old Vixen. So they go back and get her, and you realize she tells the story why she ends up leaving. She ends up leaving because she ends up going to see her granddaughter in the future, and they told her, hey, if you stay in the future, she's gonna not exist. So she goes back in time, just in her rightful place in time, so her granddaughter can exist. When it ceased to exist. So they get over their bond over that. They get over that. He said, if you would have told me that, I would have totally understand. But she was like, well, the reason why I didn't tell you that is because if I told you that, you'd try to come and save me, and I would probably stay. So they got over that. The main thing that happened in Legend is you find out that there is some kind of big bad out there, or big thing that why this is why Rick is keeping them around. He feels like they're gonna be the ones to be able to save them. They had the forgot her name, but the girl in the white who's actually working with them, were working with Rick, like basically her manager is saying that I don't know why Rick believes that y'all gonna do this, but you find out that there's something out there that only they could probably do. What we don't know, but that's what got me interested about Legends of Tomorrow. Besides that, I really didn't see what they was going before. I was hoping that's what they wasn't trying to do. Just every episode they just taking things out of different times and they was in the wrong place. Because that would have just got boring if they would have had no kind of villain. If they were just dealing with time being in places, things being out of place. So that would have been boring. So I'm happy to see that they're going somewhere different. But to get to Flash, Flash was a good episode. It was a good episode, especially towards the end, especially when when things are about to be coming. The villain they had in this episode, his name was Kilgore, and it was a good villain. It was a good actor. I actually see him popping up in a couple of different things now, and but he had the ability to actually control technology. So he was putting these hits out on people. The first man you see, he was going in the elevator, and you just see the elevator keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. They say from the 20th floor to the 30th floor. So you just see his body just getting, torn to pieces, not torn to pieces, but he's getting killed like that. So Barry them trying to find out, what is going on. They find why is it being controlled. Now another hit is being done where this other man is taking over his car. He's driving his car. His car is going real fast. He's laying on the horn because he can't control it. And so he does that, and he can't control it. And So he has no idea what to do. So Barry, they get the alarm. Barry gets the alarm. He tries to go and save him. Now when he tries to go, the Kid Flash is gonna go and help him, but Barry say, "Hey, I got this. It's only a car. Only one person can handle it." Barry goes there, and Iris told him, "Hey, take a left down this road, and you can stop him there." He's like, "Oh, Barry's like, no, let's take a right. I can easily save him like that way." Takes a right. He's like, "No, they doing construction they're doing construction down the road." By the time Iris told him that, it was already too late. So Barry had to hurry run. And now this just shows how fast the Flash is actually getting. So this what got me more excited. It shows you how Flash hurries up, run into a dealership, gets a little tool off of a mechanic, run out there, and he entirely disassembles that car in like less than less than 5 seconds, because it's like this close of running into a wall. Now I gotta show you something. Barry's not a mechanic. Barry never built no cars or anything like that. So just normal time is you're gonna have to take time going through the car. How you gonna take everything apart? Now, how fast he's moving too at the time, he still had to think about what he's gonna do. That just shows you how fast this dude is moving. So I like how it shows you how his power is evolving, how different ways it can show you that hey, how he can use the speed. But in that sense, why he did that, Iris was feeling conflicted. Like, hey, you didn't trust me to listen to us. She had this, little tantrum and feel, hey, you're not just the Flash. We're the Flash. We're a team. We got to do this together. Since you was gone, I was leading the team down. So she gets the idea, hey, I think we need to go to counseling. So they start going to counseling, and long story short, they end up finding out that she her deep issue, root issue was that Barry left to go to the Speed Force. Barry left and he told her, but it didn't seem like he cared or anything like that. And Barry said, "No, I cared. I was breaking down, but had to be strong for you. I couldn't show you. I couldn't be weak. I had to show you." I sort of understood that because Barry literally just saved Iris from actually about to die and stuff like that, and you just volunteer yourself to go in the Speed Force. When you had another speedster there that you could have put in there, and he really had nothing going for him. He had no kids, he had no family, he had no life, anything like that, besides just being the Flash of their realm. So I understand that point too of Iris. I sort of felt hurt, but in the same sense, the world was destroying. He sacrificed himself to save the world. So you really gonna be mad at him for that? So I didn't understand that, but I mean, luckily they got over that, But still, that wasn't a big deal, He was doing what heroes do. So what got me real excited about that is when they ended taking down Kilgore. Kilgore was still on the mission to actually try to assassinate these people from the group. The reason why he was trying to assassinate the people from the group is because they took his idea and they ran off with it. So so when they actually go into other women stuff like that, she had actually had I think she had diabetes, and she had an insulin machine hooked up onto her. So he changed it up and actually made her have a sugar overdose, trying to make her have a sugar overdose. Kid Flash come there, save the day, takes it off of her like that. Now when they're trying to fight Kilgore and everything like that, Kilgore can sense the new tech in the Flash's new suit. That Cisco's been working on. Now what I like about this episode, it shows you that Cisco worked a lot on this suit. He did a lot of things. He actually set up a kill switch to actually make the suit just explode. And he said, the reason why we did that because we seen Barry before go evil. So I liked how they talked about that. I liked how they say, hey, the suit locked up on him because just in case he gets knocked out, nobody can actually reveal his identity. The reason why I liked all this because it just show you that hey, Cisco was missing his friend. He always had hope. He never lost hope in Barry. Unlike in a little sense that Iris did, you could tell that Cisco, that's his boy, that's his best friend. He's always going to be there for him. I also like how they going here with Cisco and Gypsy. Now you can see that their relationship is building, and my boy is finally getting, finally got him a girl out there, and you can see that they finally about to work that thing out, and it's getting serious. What got me excited with Kilgore when they finally got him down, took him down, and praised him. He let him know that hey, I didn't get this from the accelerator part of the acceleration part of whatever. How Flash got their powers, I ain't gonna mess up a third time. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Then he didn't get his powers from this way. He got his powers in another way, and he wasn't the only one. So then it made you think, well, who did he get it from? But boom, they answer your question real quick at the end when they show the thinker just pulled up his site. Hey, if you found the other ones, and they show you 12 different other pictures They didn't show you who it was or anything like that, but to let you know that there's 12 other people with abilities out there that's basically he's gonna be controlling going after Barry. So that's what got me really excited about Flash. Now I say I moved Flash down, man, but saying all that, man, damn, I'm gonna have to say it's a tie with number 1 and 2 with Flash and Supergirl and Arrow. They're all equally. Man, I might have to move Arrow down to 1. Now we go down to Arrow. Arrow was real good. Uh, you seen a friend from the past come and actually portray Oliver, and it's not who you think it would be. You thought it would be Slade or something like that, which it could still be Slade, who's maybe put out the picture of Oliver trying to reveal him as Arrow. So he's dealing with the backlash with the community of hey thinking that he's the Arrow. So he puts out a statement saying, hey, these pictures has been doctored before. And I like this line when he said this could be anybody's face. They could put anybody's face. They could have put Bruce Wayne's picture. They could have put Bruce Wayne's face on this. So I like how they tie in Bruce Wayne. That hey, Batman is out there. Bruce Wayne is out there. He's doing his thing. So I don't know if they ever bring him on the show. Of course it won't be the same Bruce from Gotham. It wouldn't be, but hopefully maybe one day in the future they could do something like that. I don't know, but so I like how they tied that in. But you going with Diggle. Diggle is he's still dealing with something, man. He still cannot get it right, man. He still cannot hold a gun down and pull the trigger down. You seen in a couple of instances that he could have got his life taken away from himself. He's putting his partners into jeopardy. He's putting his fellow heroes in jeopardy as well. You going with his son. His son is getting a little bullied at school because people saying, hey, we know your dad is the Arrow and stuff like that. But Oliver tries to give him some advice. Say if that happens again, go ahead to the biggest person and you punch him in the nose. If they can't see, they can't fight. Some good father advice. But no, it's nice to say, no, we got to talk about it when I get home. Oliver goes out and he and before that they had a meeting with I forgot what you want to call them. They should say some Russian delegates. He was dealing with them. He was talking with them, but in the process of that, they was kidnapped, and he found out that it was actually his old friend Atali, and that's the one that actually betrayed him. And he said, "Hey, kidnapped them, and he was holding for ransom. He said, I'm going to hold him for $20 million. Oliver, we know you got $20 million for the budget to go into police, go to the police force, but you give us the $20 million, we'll release them." Oliver said, "Well, we don't deal with terrorists. We're not going to give him 20 cents." So Oliver finds a way to go there, finds a Atali location, and he thinks he's going on a rescue mission. The 3 out of the 4 delegates he saves, but Atali still got one of them, and he injected him with some kind of poison. He said, "Hey, if you don't give us the 20 million, he's gonna die." They end up finding out what kind of poison he has in him, and they say, "Hey, we inject him with this. We take him, and we'll save him like that." So boom, they get the antidote. They actually track him down. They find out where he's gonna be at. Now he took the team with him. Now when he's there with Diggle and Canary, they're out by themselves and they're making their own way because they're separated. Find out who can find them first. Now when they're separated, Canary's actually seemed like she's getting choked out from the back and seemed like she easily could have got killed. And Diggle hesitates again. Couldn't pull that trigger, man. So he just freezes up. So he drops the gun, and then all that luckily she gets out of the way and she saves herself. But then she looks at Diggle like, "Hey, this is a problem." Because earlier she told him, "We're gonna have to tell Oliver because this problem." Diggle played, "Hey, don't tell him. I'm gonna be able to get over this. I'm gonna get over this." But no, once you put my life at risk, this is the second time. This is definitely no. So you go with Oliver. Oliver ends up finding down Atali, trying to save the guy. He shoots him with the serum, with the help serum and everything like that. But Atali, he said, "Okay, that can save them," but pull the trigger, shot in the back. Oliver questioned his honorableness, and he's like, "Hey, you so honorable. If you're honorable, why did you do this? You've never done this before in the past." He was like, "Well, I have to let people know that we're no longer friends. I asked you for 20 million because I know you had 20 million. You could have gave it to me. You didn't." And then Atali basically, told him, "Hey, we're not friends no more. We're enemies. I have to let everybody know in the world that we're enemies." And then Oliver said, "Well, why'd you release a picture of me? Why'd you tell everybody that I'm the Arrow?" And Atali told him, "Hey, I'm not the one. To be honest, I'm not the one that released the picture of you." So Arrow, what I'm excited about the scene is who's after Oliver? Who's releasing this information and showing that he is the Arrow? Man, CW's been getting real good with the show. This is just episode 2 of all these shows. What shows you more excited about out of all those shows? What's your list? What's your number 1, 2, and 3, and number 4? Man, are you excited for Black Lightning? I know I am. Man, let me know what you think. Let me know what shows you most anticipated about. You know, what shows you really want to see the best. Man, it's exciting time, man. But we're gonna get back and we're gonna talk about some other shows later on. But thank you for listening. You have a good one. All right.